Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Lil Trady back with another video. This time on my second channel. And today, I'm not going to be talking about some NBA. I'm going to be talking about some NFL. As y'all can see from the title, I'm going to be talking about the Kansas City Chiefs and see if they could go back to the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs, they had a real rough offseason because last year in the regular season, they did start off a little bit slow as I believe they went 3-5. And then they flipped the switch and they only lost one game during the bye week of the second half. And then in the playoffs, they did their thing until they lost to the Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC Championship game after being up by like 18 points and Patrick Mahomes forgetting how to play football. But in the offseason, it was rough because they lost Tyreek Hill and they also lost Tyrann Mathieu, so that's going to be a big loss. But the Kansas City Chiefs, they got back a little bit as they got some rookie defenders, and their offense, they picked up Juju Smith-Schuster. They also got Sky Moore in the draft. So yeah, the Chiefs, I'm not going to count them out yet, but I'm going to make this video about can the Kansas City Chiefs get back to the Super Bowl. But before I get started with this video, make sure I like, subscribe to my channel, and subscribe to my first channel as well. It should be on the screen and during the end of the video. But without further ado, let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. Now look, the Kansas City Chiefs are obviously led by their quarterback Patrick Mahomes, who is obviously a top 3 quarterback in his league. Also Travis Kelce, who's arguably the best tight end in the league. And though they did lose Tyreek Hill, they got back Juju Smith-Schuster. But Juju, he is kind of a good player. I don't know why people think he's trash, because we seen in 2018, he was a Pro Bowler. He put up decent numbers, and he was that second receiver to obviously Antonio Brown on the Steelers. But Juju, he's the number one right now. So, and he also has one of the greatest quarterbacks of his generation, Patrick Mahomes. So, can Juju have a breakout year? We have to see, because he has a generational quarterback. He doesn't have Ben Roethlisberger past his prime, but he has Patrick Mahomes, who's I believe 27 years old. So yeah, Juju, he could have a breakout year, and Travis Kelce obviously being Travis Kelce. But I need to harp on the Kansas City Chiefs about their negativity. Now look, Kansas City Chiefs, they're an unbelievable team. One of the greatest offenses I've ever seen, especially when they had Tyreek Hill. Because when I first seen the Kansas City Chiefs when Patrick Mahomes was a starter, I was like, damn, this is one of the greatest offenses I've ever seen. Especially in Mahomes' first year starting, as he won the MVP, obviously. And he had 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns and like 12 interceptions. He was sensational that year. And they were just a penalty flag away from beating Tom Brady in the AFC Championship game. Thank you, D Ford, I believe. So yeah. And then the next year, Patrick Mahomes obviously missed some time with that knee injury. And then he came back, led the Chiefs to a 12-4 record. Then they'll go on to beat the Texans after being down 24 points, by the way. And then they were down again against the Tennessee Titans, but they came back and beat them. And they headed to the Super Bowl, where they were just off, like, in the first half. And I believe they were down 10 points in the fourth quarter with like 7 minutes remaining. Then Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs decided to flip the switch and scored 21 unanswered points, and they won their first Super Bowl in 50 years. And then the next year, had an unbelievable regular season. Mahomes finished as a top 3 MVP candidate, but they got absolutely destroyed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as Patrick Mahomes obviously had his best game. But I'm really not going to kill him too much, because that offensive line was just horrible. Just horrible. Like, for real. I'm not saying Mahomes doesn't deserve no blame, because he had a couple of questionable throws, and also Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce can't catch the damn ball. But yeah, and then people thought, oh yeah, the Chiefs are done after that 3-5 start. They even only scored 3 points against the Tennessee Titans. Can't forget about that shit. But the Chiefs flipped the switch, but they didn't enter a Super Bowl, as they were up by like 18 points against the Cincinnati Bengals. And to be honest, I kind of knew they were going to blow that lead, because they got a little bit greedy. And when Mahomes tried to get that throw to Tyreek Hill, I was like, and they failed to get the touchdown, I was like, yeah, that momentum, that's going to kill the momentum. And that's exactly what it happens. As Patrick Mahomes forgot to play some damn football, that man had a QB rate of 12 in the second half. 12. That man was looking like Jamarcus Russell out there. And he also had 2 picks, and they lost the game by a field goal. But Kansas City Chiefs are back and they reconstructed their roster. And some people say they don't need Tyreek Hill. But Tyreek Hill, he was a real integral piece because he's obviously the fastest wide receiver in the league. So yeah, that is going to kill their offense a little bit. But you still got Travis Kelce, the best tight end in the league in my personal opinion. And you also got Juju Smith-Schuster, who's a good receiver. But their running game, yeah, it's not the best. Because Clyde Edwards-Helaire and that one receiver they pick up, what's his name? David Jones. Correct me in the comment section. Yeah, their running game is not the best. They need to start utilizing a little bit. Because they can't just throw. Sure, they be using their running game a couple of times. But when it's towards the end of the game, y'all really don't utilize it. So I think the Kansas City Chiefs need to utilize their running game a little bit. And Patrick Mahomes, your ass ain't off the hook neither. Because last year, you were like, I'm not saying horrible, but in the beginning of the year, what the hell were you on? And say what you want about Travis Kelce and a couple receivers dropping passes, but hey, don't get on Tyreek Hill. He dropped a lot of passes that Mahomes threw to him, and it resulted to an interception. But Patrick Mahomes, he had a lot of dumb ass throws, like for real. I remember that throw against the Ravens he just threw that shit up and it just was picked off, and that really killed the momentum as the Ravens came back on him. And then he had this one dumb interception against the Washington football team where he could have just easily took the sack, but he decided to throw it up and it got picked off. Now, I'm not going to kill him too much for that second interception because Tyreek Hill catch the damn ball. But then against the Bills, I'm not going to blame him too much for that neither. Tyreek Hill, again, catch the damn ball. But Patrick Mahomes, he be settling for too many big plays. And the dude be costing his team a lot. Like, for real. It do be costing his team a lot, especially in the postseason last year. But it's not on Patrick Mahomes. The defense, some of the worst things I ever seen. Like, for real. The Chiefs' defense last year in the beginning of the year was pathetic. Disgusting. Because I remember against the Ravens, they gave up like 20 points in like a span of 10 minutes. And then against the Chargers, don't get me started what happened in that game. Because I know Patrick Mahomes had a bad game, but let's not act like the Chiefs' defense wasn't off the hook neither. So, and then again, the game against the Bills, yeah, that was just as bad. Because Dawson Knox completely burnt them. Burnt them niggas. Sorensen, barbecue chicken. Snead, barbecue chicken. Like, the Chiefs' defense, especially the secondary, some of the worst things I have ever seen. But hey, they moved on from some of those guys, and they picked up a couple of rookies in the secondary, and see if they can make up. And they lost Tyrann Mathieu, obviously, to the New Orleans Saints. He went back to his hometown team. But the Kansas City Chiefs defense, can they improve with the new pieces? I don't know, because they're rookies. So they're not just going to come in and look like the 2001 Baltimore Ravens or nothing. But yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs, do I believe they could get back to the Super Bowl? Yes and no. I'm going to start off with yes. Yes, they got Patrick Mahomes, obviously. And we all know anything can happen with that guy. But if he can start getting a little bit too greedy, it could cost his team a lot. But he still got Travis Kelce. He got Juju Smith-Schuster. And he got Sky Moore, who made an unbelievable catch. But I'm not going to get on one catch. I got to see what you do in the game. And no, it's because their defense is just god-awful. And if you go up against the Bengals again, matter of fact, if you go up against the Raiders, because don't forget, them and the Raiders play twice because they are in the same conference. They're in the same division. Yeah, the AFC West. And the Broncos, they got a lot better. They picked up Russell Wilson. So he's going to be a big piece for the Broncos. And the Chargers, don't sleep on the Chargers because their defense is going to be scary next year after adding Khalil Mack and J.C. Jackson to put alongside Joey Bosa and Derwin James. So yeah, the Chargers, they're a real contender for the Super Bowl. You also got I already said the Raiders, didn't I? Yeah, the Raiders would, after picking up Devontae Adams and Max Crosby and Chandler Jones on defense. And the Raiders, don't sleep on the Raiders neither, because they got some weapons. Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs. So, yeah, the Raiders, they might have a surprising year. So don't sleep on the Raiders. So, yeah. And to say about the Chiefs, well, they have a shot to make to the Super Bowl, but I don't think they're going to make the Super Bowl because my Super Bowl prediction, I got the Bills and the Rams in the Super Bowl this year. And I got the Bills coming out the AFC and the Rams coming out the NFC. But like they said, the championship isn't guaranteed, especially in the NFL. So a team can't shock you. So I can't just say that. But I think Josh Allen might have motivation after losing to the Chiefs in that historic game last year in the postseason where the defense completely sold them. But yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs, they got a shot of making the Super Bowl. But in my personal opinion, I don't think they're going to make the Super Bowl. But they do they got a shot? Yes, because they got Patrick Mahomes. And anything's possible with that guy. Sometimes. Because sometimes he be clutch and sometimes he can sell. So yeah, that concludes this video. What y'all think? Can the Kansas City Chiefs get back to the Super Bowl? Is this revenge season for Patrick Mahomes? This your boy Lil Trady signing out. Stay safe and have a blessed day. Peace.